Hey, Dad, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm getting some money at the bank so we can have money for garage sales.
Why?
For my son!
Yo, listen up, I got a story to tell about a preacher with a mission breaking out of his shell. He's the pickin' preacher, he's got a passion for games. From Mario to Sonic, he knows all their names. He rocks the pulpit, dropping wisdom with grace. But when he's not preaching, he's engaging in a chase. He collects video games from every console in time, spreading love and joy one level at a time. The pickin' preacher, he's on a mission of faith, preaching the gospel while catching Pokemon in his space. He's got the power of God and a Game Boy in his hand, gaming and praising, spreading love throughout the land.
So I have my son Elijah with me, and we are headed to garage sales this morning. We have one community garage sale that has... let me put my seatbelt. I'm going to redo that. Good morning, YouTube folks. I'm here with my son Elijah, or you may know him as Balaki Kid Gamer, and we are headed to garage sales this morning. We have one neighborhood garage sale or community yard sale with 35 yards. So can I hit up all 35 yards? That is the question.
You don't know if you have any old video games, Nintendo, Game Boy, Sega, anything you're willing to sell? Okay, no problem, thank you. Oh no, you're good. He's not getting rid of it. I understand.
The moment she said he would hold on to his video games, I knew I had to do something about it. This is why I went outside of reality into virtual reality. I used the power of my mind to manifest.
He does decide to sell games. Here's my card.
Yeah.
I don't have the channel on there, but it's the name.
Okay,
so.
perfect.
Yeah, because that was before I started my channels.
I'm picking up some video games. Well, this is not video games, but I also love to find vintage clothes, and I found this pretty rad vintage jacket for only $3.
All right, this is pretty cool. Le Coq Sportif. It's like a chicken, a rooster. That's a rooster, not a chicken. It looks like the ones that sold these jackets, like this one right here, is like $50, and then a tracksuit $50. So probably pretty good deal. $3, I would say it's good.
Speaking of chickens, I decided to chase down these chickens, hoping I would somehow be able to find video games. I knew the power of my mind was too strong and conjured up manifest to get information from the chickens. This is how I ended up at this specific garage sale.
You don't know if you would have any old video games, kids or family left behind, you'd be willing to sell?
Let me check with them one more time.
Okay. Okay, does she have games with it?
Yeah, that's what.
Can I look at them?
Yeah. Well, that's why she was asking.
Oh, yeah.
Come in with a box.
Okay.
You can't get this one closed.
Oh, no, you're good. Oh, driver, okay.
We didn't want to break it.
No, you're good. Yeah, they're kind of annoying.
This one too.
That looks like a 64 hole. Okay. Is that 64? Oh, no, that's like an old VHS thing.
Yeah.
Does it have games in there, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what she's bringing.
Okay. Is this, you want me to make an offer, or do you know what you want for it?
Make me an offer.
Okay. Looks like there's some CDs and stuff in
Yeah,
there,
so
too.
just whatever you think you see, that's what it's.
Okay. What is pitch shifter? Was he into like hardcore and punk music? No, I'm not really looking for music. I just saw that and I was wondering if it was a hardcore band. I used to be in a hardcore punk band, so.
China, the Chinese chicken.
Would you do $11 on all this?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. I appreciate you pulling it out. Can I? Oh, I didn't.
Just take them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it.
I took these PlayStation games and boogied to the van because I knew only greatness awaited me. After a short drive, we ended up at the next destination. So I hopped, well, slowly inched my way out of the van and popped the question.
You wouldn't happen to have any old video games, Nintendo, PlayStation, Game Boy, anything you'd be willing to sell?
One second.
Okay, no problem. Like the original or 360 or?
360.
Okay, I'll see what you got. For these Call of Duties and stuff, Battlefields, I'll only pay $1 a piece on them.
If you want them, you can take them from me.
Okay.
Now, as you've seen, my focus is video games, but vintage clothes and unique, gentlemanly Southern charm GQ hats, you know, they always catch my eye.
I think I'll pick these up. I'll buy the whole box. It's 6 hats, so was that 18? Oh, it's 18. I'll give you 20. Okay. I think 20 is a fair deal. So that would make
25.
25? Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
Now, you might recall this house and this lady from earlier in the day. She said her husband wasn't selling. You also might recall I tapped into my mind and said whatever I want is drawn to me. Whatever I reach for, I get. Nothing can stop Manifest. That's right, they had games waiting for me when I returned.
Okay, so I didn't film this at first, but I came here earlier and they had a VR. All this was for 50 bucks, so we'll look at it later.
It had just rained, but I got a call from another collector, and he told me this house had a PlayStation. So I figured I would take my chances and see if it was worth it.
My friend told me you guys have a PlayStation here.
What are you doing?
Okay. It got rained on. Yeah, it's dry underneath, but...
Oh, these games are wet. They're covered in morning dew and they're soaked.
I don't know. It's up to you.
I think I'm gonna pass. Let me see if they would do 10.
Yeah.
Because, huh?
It's not worth it. I feel like it's broken. Oh no.
Yeah, you're probably right. Let's not mess with it.
Yeah, I got it, guys. I got it. Okay, so this house was advertised as a garage sale, and they're lying. Liar! Liar!
You know, guys, my dad's just a complete idiot. Always trying to ask people for games, even though all their stuff in the garage sale is literally tarped up.
Did my son just call me an idiot? I'm editing right now. It's really late at night. I think he's gonna regret calling me an idiot. Elijah, did you call me an idiot at that garage sale? You're grounded. Elijah, don't be negative. We are gonna find stuff. For example, I got the Dr. James White Classic sweater. So $4. So I think it is pretty good. If you don't know who James White is, well, we won't get into that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, anyways.
I just says I couldn't find any more video game stuff, but here is a Guitar Hero guitar. Red Octane, paid $1. Guess what, Elijah? I found games. Yeah, so it's nothing crazy, but I'm just looking for something cheap that I can display, like games and stuff that I'm gonna give away in the collection, because that's gonna be a future video. So there it is, and that's cat litter. I did get that wet PlayStation too, so that's a banger right there. Okay, guys, so I didn't get a lot at the garage sales, but you know, that's just how garage sales be. You go look for what you can, you hope you get a whole lot of good stuff, and then you get some PlayStation 2 with Morning Dew on the top. But we're gonna go home and check these games out, guys. Peace. No, we're not leaving yet, but we are going home. No, are we gonna go get some food?
That wind does feel really good.
I went to Burger King. Burger King. I
I went to Burger King. Burger King. Burger King. I went to Burger King. Burger King. I went to Burger King. Burger King. Burger King.
I've got a bunch of stuff. And with a snap of a finger, this 97 bucks looks like a winner. Let's start with this PlayStation lot that I only spent $11 for. These two demos don't hold too much value, but I love picking these up. Age of Empires 2 on the PC, nothing too valuable. And this band pitch shifter, I mean, why not? They look pretty interesting. Need for Speed 2, and this baby is clean. Madden 2003. Command and Conquer, great strategy game. Broken Case, which is an easy replacement. Now this did not have manual, but it does have both discs, and it still holds its value. Driver 2. Now I've only played a little bit of this game, but I gotta say this was super clean, and it's real complete. It even has the crispy, intact registration card. 2 PS1 controllers. I mean, she threw them in, so of course. Now this PS2 Fat Boy was priced at 20 bucks, but since it was in such rough condition, I asked if she'd do 10, and she said yes. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this PlayStation 2 and it had all the morning dew on it, I thought, there's no way it works. So I plugged it in and turned it on and did my thing. And yes, it does work. What? Dragon Force on the Sega Saturn? Okay, so that's obviously a joke, but it did come a Corvette. I mean, I guess that's okay. Maybe. Next, we have these 3 Xbox 360 games, Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, as well as Need for Speed Pro Street. Now, vintage jackets always do well for us. I thought this was a pretty unique piece and a must to pick up. Yeah, I know what you're already thinking. You're thinking, Keith, I thought you only care about video games. That's all we're here to see. Well, you know what? You're gonna see some hats, and $3 for these hats is a really good deal, especially after you see what one of them's worth. This straw hat drew me into this box because it's a Stetson. Although this is a super value, Stetson is always a good find and worth the pickup. Now this hat is a 100% wool hat by a brand called Dorfman Pacific. Resellers, comment below if this is a bolo. This cowboy hat was clean. Not familiar with this brand, but it's Bailey U Roll It, and it seems to hold a decent resale value. Prices were all over the place with this one, but some was going as high as 100 plus. It is stained and a little damaged, which I think I can fix. Oh no! But it will still sell. I picked up more, but these were the more notable mentions. This $50 scoop was made reality because of Manifest. To start, let's check out these games. Creed, Rise to Glory. Looks like this was from the movie. Blood and Truth. Impatient, I think it's like a thriller or horror game. Iron Man and my family has had a blast on this one. Then we have Doom, and last, Destiny the Taken King. Not one, but dos. Move controllers. They are in great condition and are working marvelously. The controllers came with this charger. It's pretty dusty, but easy to clean. This PlayStation aim controller is pretty sweet, and it holds significant value if you were looking to know, about the resale value. And finally, this VR set. It came with all the cables, but it's a pain for me to hook up, and it looks like the kids will be playing with this one for a while. This beauty came with a nice foam cushion box, and this headset alone will pay for the entire garage sale haul.